A concept named Basic Universal Income introduced by United Nations to support those countries, um, for example, by any consultation or improvement in different sectors to have more income per capita for the people to, for example, have some kind of balance in the world for long-term safety or something that they say that their intentions are. But when it comes to Iran, they ignore everything. However, the trend is dropping. Each year is less than last year, and it is well less than that. It is. I think that they think that some countries are subhuman, do not deserve that like others. Um, I think that they are another human, but they categorize people like that, and they deprive some countries from the basic, for example, international rights or whatever they call it international, because of something that is, I think, fundamentally racism. For example, to consider some people as subhumans. For example, these people need king, or these people are different. These people don't need that level of income that we deserve. We are human; they are subhuman. I think these are the excuses for not to enforce the discrimination, and to, for example, make an excuse out of that, because for everybody's understanding, this is something that is not acceptable in everybody's, for example, agenda or thinking. You don't frame this as good intention, but these are excuses. For example, we deserve more. We are human. They are subhuman. So, and for example, to make some country unsuccessful intentionally, uh, for example, not being able to have a basic bank account, then your basic universal income is like that, and when it comes to like that, they say that this white country is a problem. We have a good white one, we have a bad white one. We have a good black country, we have a bad one. So this is a balance. We have good and bad. Because of this logic, they made us poor to make it, for example, um, known that it has bad and good. I think that this is some kind of bullshit that has multiple other reasons too. But these are the most important things that I heard about this. About these significant discriminations, that they think that they are another kind of human. We deserve some kind of other things than others because we understand more. You know, uh, don't you think that this is some kind of bullshit? For example, when you hear from an Egyptian that Iran does not only belong to Iranians, like the other countries, we belong to everyone in the world. But when it comes to their country, um, they would kill you on sight if you are on their territory without allowance. Kill you on sight. Uh, for example, when it comes to United States, they say that because they have lower hand, they say that you are just another country to keep their confidence. But when it comes to Iran, they say that this is another country that doesn't belong only to Iranians. This kind of animal behavior, um, for example, from the instincts, still remain inside this kind of attitude, I think, for discrimination. This is one of the most dangerous things in the future of globalism, I think. This is one of the most important ones. Some people, when they try to manipulate that system intentionally. For example, you can consider it in the national level. When you see successful countries like Germany in enforcing system in their countries, the most important target of those intelligence organizations is to track the democracy. For example, it might be unbelievable for some Iranian or Egyptian or somebody from Middle East, but they go on mission to keep the democracy. For example, they call it im Auftrag der Demokratie. This is something that is also need to be done in the international stage, to put barrier in front of those kind of behaviors, to expose them like they deserve. As bad as it is, not less, not another priorities coming the way. We need this country now, or something like that. Another considerations that wants to ignore some very bad things intentionally. I think that this is some kind of discrimination that is one of the main barriers in front of the globalism. However, I think that it doesn't have any other option to change than to change. It needs to be changed. There are decent people behind.
Joe, Timothy, everyone else, Peter, Ann, Bima, Bobby, Abel, Wallace, Pepe, the Sword, Viking, everybody else in the goo, Miss Joe, all of you beautiful people. Thank you for coming. If you have a pink ticket, please join our house. And I thank you so much. And I will see you guys again on the next episode of Trigger Warnings. We'll be moving forward. So I appreciate you, Funny. I got to go to sleep, guys. I actually, on the company, I've been on this thing for a while today. Appreciate you guys.
Hey, Mr. Edward, when I saw the title, I thought you guys were talking about Scott Dissent's speech today. Did y'all see that?
You saw the trigger warnings going off today, just on September 13th, right? These are the trigger warnings I'm talking about. Stuff that just don't make sense, man. It's crazy. Another thing I'm going to share with you that I think Joe asked, when did it actually start on that? I think it's called headship. When the male is not in the home, everybody runs rampant. And if you look at the community right now, there's no male headship. The women are out of control with feminism, and the young kids are out of control without any leadership from the father. And that by itself tells you what a community is. You can't go any closer than if it doesn't start at home. And I was fortunate enough to have a father and a grandfather in my life. That when I came home, there was a male role model there telling me that I have to do my chores and do stuff. That responsibility alone is telling me how I should operate in life.
Yes, sir.
I absolutely despise it. I see it as a way that the Democrats and the communists use it to pretty much prevent people from opening their mind to political ideas. They won't even have like civil debate over issues that are actually relevant to us. Instead, we have to constantly go over that racism exists, or that slavery used to exist. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's like, or that people don't know what it's like to live in an urban city. You know, some of us have lived in an urban city, and it's awful that some of the struggles that people go through. I'll land right here because I know I'm just rambling. I gave a warning about earlier tonight that I shouldn't have been on this app because my patience was real thin, and I apologize for it. But nothing worse than having to go to funerals over people getting shot and killed and watching hearts harden over it. And I mean, yeah, I grew up in suburbia, but I lived in urban New Orleans for 15 years. And I got to see it. And I don't know how that's the two different Americas, is that you have people, white and black, growing up in areas that do not deal with that type of violence. And then people that, white and black, living in urban centers that are dealing with violence and death that other parts of the country don't deal with like that. And I don't know how to bridge that gap, but it's a big issue.
All right. Gonna end the room. Catch you on the other side.
Peace.
And render honest judgment in your gates. Zechariah 8:16, chapter 2. Rabbi Judah Hanasi said, "What is the right path for a person to follow? One that honors both self and other. Be attentive in all you do. Do not judge one deed small and another great, for you cannot always know their significance. Be virtuous. To the other, even if virtue is costly. Avoid sin, even if sin is profitable. Remember 3 things, and you will not err. If your deeds shouldn't be known, perhaps. If your words shouldn't be shared, perhaps they shouldn't be spoken. Chicago mayoral
vice chair of the
Four Easter eggs at Mad Max Fury Road. Number 1. After surviving the intense storm, Max tries to find a way to get himself separated from Nux. He finds a shotgun in the door of the wrecked car, and this shotgun seems to resemble the same one that Max used in Mad Max and Mad Max 2 Road Warrior. Number 2. After the crew decide to rush back to the Citadel, Toast the Knowing is seen playing with a music box. The music box is very similar to the one that Max gives Feral Kid in Mad Max Road Warrior, and it seems to play a similar tune. Number 3. Max being tied to the front of the car is not a new notion in the Mad Max series. The way that Max is tied up to the front as a portable blood bag seems to resemble the way that the Humongous tied men to the front of his car while trying to negotiate with the small village. Number 4. Max and Nux have to nudge the Warwick's engine to stay in front, but one of the engines dies on them. The sound that's heard when the engine dies is the same sound that's heard when the Millennium Falcon breaks down in Empire Strikes Back. 4 Easter eggs at Mad Max Fury Road. Number 1. After surviving
to the
Easiest way to create an MV, 3 steps. Just upload your song.
We need to fundraise to get anger. Some new clothes. We need to fundraise. Fund. We need to fundraise to get Anger some new clothes.
footage according to Carol.
Cute about Major. Bitch. Oh, okay. I keep seeing this crazy snack place online and I've been dying to check it out.
Hey, sorry.
heroes campaign.
When the phone is get angry so